Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Jordan Debano, and if you are looking for strategies, tips, and principles to reach your next level of success, make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Today, we're speaking about love. Love, man, and I'm not talking about the romance. I am talking about love, that frequency, that emotion, that energy that you bring to what you do in your day, work, business, relationships, right? But love, like I'm not talking about like, what Elvis was singing about, falling in love and all that kind of stuff. There's not like that's great. I'm all for it. I love love in that sense. But what I'm talking about today is that like love as a source of energy. I tuned in. It was like, man, this is what you're talking about. So here we are, and the principle, the premise that I want to teach is that when you do what you love and you love what you do, you're completely unstoppable. I heard this first from Dr. Demartini. I talk about him a lot on this YouTube channel. I can't remember how he phrased it, but that's how I remembered it. It's like, when you're doing what you love, like for me, teaching, writing songs, writing books, traveling. You can see how much I love travel. And so the thing that you do, you just inherently love it. But then when you love what you do, when you actually bring love to the thing, because we all know, travel does get gloomy after a while. If you've been a digital nomad, you'll know, or if you've done extensive travel, you'll know. Eventually, you just want to go home. Business, sometimes you do not love your business. It's just so. So this is where that second half is really important. And I want to speak about it today because it's one of these things that we, I don't think we embrace enough. I don't think we embrace it because there's this misconception where it's like, is it going to work? Am I going to be successful if I do what I love and if I bring love to what I do? So that's like first, and secondly, like what's it going to do for me? It's like Eddie Murphy's coming to mind. I can't remember what what comedy special was it? Delirious or Raw, where he's pretending to be like a woman and he's going, "What have you done for me lately?" Right? That just came to mind, and so it's like that. It's like you're putting everything into your business, your career, you're hustling away, and we can very much have that unconscious chatter. Whether we hear it or not. Um, I know this was definitely true for me, where it was like, what have you done? Well, why aren't you working? What are you giving me? I'm giving you everything. So it's like that one-sided relationship. And so let's talk about it because, if I really am a believer, when we do what we love and then we bring love to what we do, life gets just healthy. Number one, I think life is just healthy. When you feel healthy, you're every day there's energy, and it's not like a high. It's like it just continues to expand. And yeah, you need your rest, but like you're just this infinite vehicle of energy, right? It's just like you continually have energy. um so life is healthy, life is full, life is full. There's no real like, I need money, or I need this, I need alcohol, I need fat foods. Something that was really cool to notice before I started this. This is a great example. I was at Terrigal, so I'm on the Central Coast right now, almost last week here, quite sad. But anyway, I'm sure Brisbane will be great. But anyway, I was at Terrigal having a swim, and an old like addictive pattern came up when I got out of the water. Because what I used to do when I lived in Byron, it would be like go for a swim and get food. It was just a thing: get food or get a coffee. And one of the things that I used to do heaps is I'd get a coffee and I'd always get a donut. That was like one of my things, man. Donuts, like uh, my mouth is starting to water. I haven't eaten lunch yet, but anyway, right? I'd get donuts, and sometimes plural donuts, yes. So today I had this thought, and it was like, Oh, do I go get coffee and a donut? And then straight away, do you know what? Do you know what I just felt? It's like I'm full. I'm full, and it was great. And it wasn't like I could have eaten. Sure, I'm hungry now, but I was just like I'm full, man. I'm full. I just want to chill in the ocean for a bit, and then I'm gonna go and just be with the views of the beach. And that was enough. And that was enough. And it was just like, wow, man, what a change. What a change. It sounds so small, but do you know how much fucking money I used to waste on coffees, donuts, fucking focaccias and shit. Great food, don't get me wrong. Pizza out and again, all for it, right? If that's your thing, that's your thing. But right now, I'm training for things. I'm loving my running habits and it was just that instant reaction. I'm full, man. I'm so full in the ocean. I had my omelet this morning, my green juice. It's like, man, and it was like it was time for lunch, but it's like, no, no, no. I'm just gonna wait till I get back home and eat clean. So, we don't look for those things. We don't look for the alcohol and the pizzas and all that kind of stuff. That's my experience. We actually stop looking for it when we're just loving what we're doing. We're bringing love to what we do and we're doing what we love. Swimming in the ocean is one of those things. My diet's one of those things now. Now, I wanna get to the key premise for today because this is going to be a bit of a shorter video. So, if you're thinking, all right, Jordan, great. But like it's hard. It's hard to create that change to love the job that I have because it's hard. And I don't really want to do this job anymore. I'd rather start a business and or go traveling around the world. Or it's like, oh, but yeah, it's all well and good talking about this, fairy floss life, Jordan, but the real world, man, I've got kids to look after and all that kind of stuff. I get that. And that was my same thing. It was my same thing when I started here. Love what you do what you love. Love what you do what you love. I went to all the personal development seminars for ages and I kept hearing it, kept hearing it. And you know what I said afterwards? After all these years of hearing these people saying, I go, fucking bullshit, fucking bullshit. It doesn't work, right? But you know what? It's quite interesting that I circled back now because I'm embodying this. This is something I really, I've seen work. At the start, doing what you love, quite often we don't have that, right? We don't have it. At that doing what you love it's a bit of a luxury. So at the start, what I found for me, it's like you've got to love what you do first. That's the first thing because you think about it, right? If you get the business of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, the travel that you love, all of it, all the things that you would love to do, if you don't know how to love on it sounded weird, but you get what I mean. Like bring love to it. If you don't know how to do that, you'll make that thing into a fucking doomsday, right? And I can attest to that. Travel, I did not know how to bring love to my travel, man. Do you know that? Like I've done so many trips, and do you know how many beautiful places I was in? And I'm sitting there depressed, depressed, man. I was in Bali depressed. Come on. Like again, I've got full like empathy for where I was back then. But Bali, what a beautiful place. Like I remember one day I was depressed. Like I was depressed in Paris. I was really bad in Paris. And I'd been traveling for ages. But it's like, dude, you're in Paris. You're in fucking Paris. What a beautiful place. This last time I went, oh boy, it was awesome. I'll go back to Paris in a heartbeat. But that first time, I was doing what I loved, but I didn't know how to bring love to what I did. And travel, being a nomad, something that I loved doing, it didn't last because I didn't know how to hold the love with it. Same with my first soccer coaching business. I was doing what I was loving. I was teaching a sport that I still love to this day, right? But I didn't know how to bring love to it. So this is where we want to go. It doesn't matter if we're not doing what we love straight away, because the reality is, if we had it, we probably wouldn't know how to maintain it because we're not bringing love to it. At least that's what um, my lesson was when I watched all those things kind of go away. So the first thing is we've got to bring love to what we do. Now, I'm going to give you like a practical example for those of you that are out there. It's like, okay, how do you do that, right? If you're a how person. Okay, which is totally cool. I like how too. Um, so running. I'm going to give you my running journey recently because man, am I loving running these days? Like I love running. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. It's hard, but boy, do I love it, and I love bringing love to it because it's changed my whole body and mindset and everything. It's fantastic. So I've been running probably for the last 7 months. I'm preparing for a triathlon right now. Um, and so when I started and I knew it was time to start, getting out there and building up, it was very much this case. I have to bring love to running because I hated running. I hated the action. I did not get excited about it. I didn't feel any subtle emotions to do with running. It was very much like running, oh fuck that, right? So I had to bring love to it. Now, what I did to do that was first I got very, very clear on how I wanted to feel when I was done. Okay. And the first couple runs, I remember it was like, and again, this is not even a feeling, but I just made it up in my mind. It's like I'm feeling emptied out. It's like I'm feeling like my blood is rushing. It's rushing. It's not pumped. It's like, man, things are moving in my body. Okay. So it's just like blood's moving around. So I'm like, okay, I can feel that. And second, and again, call me a weirdo, but I actually wanted to feel like I was puffed out. There was a part of me that was like, yeah, you know what? I want to feel like I'm huffing and puffing a little bit. I want that feeling and I want a bit of a sweat too. That's all I focused on. And you know what happened? I was only running for 10 to 15 minutes when I started, right? So don't make fun of me, but that's where I began. The whole 15 minutes. That is all I focused on. That is all I focused on. Now, when my calves sore, my legs sore, back, hands, everything was fucking sore the next day. Even during the run, like for 15 minutes, my calves were killing me. But I kept focused. I kept focused on that destination. So I did that every single day because I was running 15 minutes every single day. Within 3 weeks, I skipped from a 15-minute run and I went straight up to 5Ks. I'll never forget it. I remember that last kind of 15 minutes I did. I went, oh, this has worked, right? Then I went to 5K, and that's when things got a little like, oh boy, man, 5K. So again, I had to bring more love because I wasn't wanting to do 5K, but I'm like, man, if you're going to do a triathlon, you got to get up over 10, right? So I'm like, okay, forget about that. Look, 5. So again, brought love to it. Same thing happened. Same thing. And again, it was a bit of a struggle um, during before, but again, I'm like, this is my end result. This is what I'm focusing on, and this is what I'm choosing to feel as I go. Long and behold, now after 7 months in the Central Coast, now I'm running 8Ks on sand and loving the pain, loving the sweat. Sometimes I moan and groan at the end when I'm sprinting because I'm trying to get my best time. When I'm on hard ground, sometimes I'm running 16 kilometers. Like it's changed into this thing where I go, man, I love running. I love running now. Okay. But at the start, it wasn't like that. So, you know, the takeaway, if there's a takeaway for you for work, if you don't like your job, okay, just get intentional. It's like, okay, this is where we're at right now. But if I know that my work is something that I am going to need to continue to do to pay the bills and everything, then I'm going to choose to create a learning experience out of this in bringing love. Because if I can bring love to something I don't particularly like, then I can bring love to something I love. Okay, because let me tell you again. I want to really make. If you're not in the alchemy world and you've kind of just found this um, and watching this for the first time, I really want to let you know this. Like, I thought doing what I would love would change everything, would make everything easier. Do you know when you start doing what you love, so writing songs and writing books and standing up on stage and teaching what I really wanted to teach, man, when I thought before I started doing that, my life was just going to be bliss. When I have all that and I start doing all that, everything's going to be great. But it was a fucking, man, did I get the metaphorical fucking backhand across the face? That was not true. That was not true. Resistance went even higher. I'm when I sit down to write in the morning, each day, when I finish my 30-minute practice, my 30-minute writing, session for books or music, whatever it is. Okay, after I finish, it's incredible, right? It's expansive. I feel healthy. I feel like I'm there, right? Before I start, it is, man, some days it is like I'm wrestling a bull. Literally, it sucks to like to sit. Sometimes it's usually it's 6 a.m. when I start writing, or 6 to 7 a.m. Every day. And before I start, it's not particularly fun. During it can be quite difficult as well when the rational mind's really kicking, going, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm bearing my soul to the world. So if you don't know how to bring love to things that you actually genuinely love, I mean, you're toast, seriously. So you may as well learn, man, I'm going to learn to bring love to something that I'm met about, okay? Because I'm telling you now, if you can do it there, you're taking a step closer to doing it when it really matters, when you're doing the thing that you really love, right? When you're doing the thing that you really love, because love is what will combat your resistance. Let me tell you that. Let me just end on that note. If there's anything I've learnt from my tenure, making rap albums, writing songs for other people, writing my own folk songs now, yes, I do a whole wide range of music, books, coaching clients, those three things, travel, those four things are very near and dear to my heart. And man, if you do not know how to bring love to those things, your resistance, your insecurities, we all have them. Oh man, do they come and just they come after you. So if you know how to bring love to it, man, oh, you're on it. You're on it. You'll be able to stick with it. Anyway, that is it for today. That was exactly what I wanted to fucking talk about. Great. All right. Besides the point. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this with a friend who's got that narrative. When I start doing what I love, everything's going to be great, right? Share this video with them. They got to hear this message. And if you've had the experience, the profound experience of bringing love to what maybe something you don't particularly like, or maybe you thought doing what you love would just turn your life into bliss straight away, and then you got the reality check like I did, share it in the comments. I want to hear from you. Let's talk. Let's talk. I want to hear your story. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we'll catch up next time.